Hello, it's me again. Today I want to talk about a particular DVD collection that looks like book. So these DVDs, they're called the F4 DVD package. They're different from regular standard DVD package. So if I may, I'm going to show you the standard package of the DVD. There you go. That's the regular DVD with box. And these are the F4 DVDs. They look like books. So if you put them in the shelf like this, they look like, you have just a bunch of books within your shelf. So the F-board itself is divided in two, F-board standard and F-board deluxe. The F-board standard is like this one. So if you knock this one, it's hard. And the F-board deluxe is soft. There you go. This is the sample of F-board deluxe. Different sound, different texture. This one is soft compared to the F-board standard. So it's like a sponge. There you go. Now, let's just take a look at these F-board DVD collections. So I'm just going to take each and every one of them and just show you quickly. So let's start from the beginning. This one is Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. This one is in F-board Deluxe. Again, F-board Deluxe usually is more, it's thicker than the standard F-board. And then next I have Monsters vs. Aliens. This one's also in F-board standard. If you want to look at what's going on inside, there you go. The disc. It's this. This is the two-disc 3D edition of the Monster vs. Aliens. And then I have Rise of the Guardians. And then Turbo. There you go. I have the Croods. There you go. So these are from Warner Brothers. How to Train Your Dragon, the first one. This is in F-board standard. And then the sequel, How to Train Your Dragon 2. This is in F-board deluxe. So different texture. This one is a little thicker than the first one. And then I also have Kung Fu Panda 2 in F-board deluxe. And then Puss in Boots. I also got Ice Age 3 Dawn of the Dinosaur. This is in F-board standard. There we go. It's hard compared to the F-board deluxe. And then next I have Rio, the first one. There you go. That's designed for the back. And then this is Epic, the movie from 20th Century Fox. This was rather epic, when it was brand new. People talk about this movie not because of the story, but because of the special effects, and the 3D was, some of my friends called the 3D was a great experience. And then I also have Prometheus. There you go. That's the design for the front cover. That is the design for the back. Nothing really special. And then I have Laugh of Pi in F-board deluxe. That's designed for the front cover, the spine, and the back. So most of these F-board releases, they're not special editions, they're just regular editions. So they just put regular movies in this kind of package. So it's not usually, or it's not always special editions packages. Moving to the next one, I have Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the first one. They released the second and the third one in standard DVD, so that's another problem of this kind of packaging. The manufacturer, the distributor, they do not always release the same movie within the same franchise with the same design of package. So the first Rise of the Planet of the Apes, it's in F-board deluxe. The second and third one, they're in standard DVD package. So if you put the second and third film here, it will not look very neat because of the difference in package style. Now move to the next one. It's Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief. So this is the first movie that's designed for the front cover, the spine, and the back. There you go. And then the second one, Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, although they're both in F-board, but they are actually different. This one is in F-board Deluxe, and this is in F-board Standard. So that's another problem. But this is less problematic because you can still put the movie within the same shelf that will look neat compared to F-board and standard DVD. So if you notice at my collection, I put them in different place. So they're all for F-board packages, and if you notice one story downstairs, it's the standard DVD, no F-board there. There you go. So move next, I have the Chronicles of Narnia, the third one, the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Another problem because I have the first two Narnia in standard DVD, and I have to put them in a different place. Wait a second, I'm going to take the Narnia, the first and two Narnia, because I put it away in different place. That is the second Narnia film, Prince Caspian, and the first movie. They're in different packages, the regular package, but the third movie is in F-board. There you go. So I have to put them in different places, and also the different distributor. This one is distributed by Disney, and this is from Fox and their partner in this country. The Disney one never released their movies in F-board. It's only from Fox, Paramount, and Warner Brothers. So no Disney release, they never release movies in F-board Deluxe. But that's the problem. As you can see, I can't put the first and second Narnia in the same spot as the third one. But there you go. So the third one, Narnia, Voyage of the Dawn Treader. And then I have Gulliver's Travels. That's designed for the back. There you go. And then a grid film, The Sound of Music. There you go. This is the 2-disc edition. It's designed for the back. Move next, I have Predators. That's the design for the front cover. That's the design for the spine. And that's the design for the back. And then we have Diary of Wimpy Kid 2 Roderick Rules. Again, the same problem with Narnia. The first movie is in a regular standard package with slipcover, and the second one is in this F-board. I do not have the third one. Yeah, that's another the problem. The same problem with as the Narnia package. And then I have Titanic. This is the 2012 release of the movie of the package, and the transfer of this 2012 Titanic is the same as the Blu-ray transfer. So meaning that the picture quality and then the edits, because they changed some special effects in from the old movie, the bloopers, the problems, the technical problems in the actual movie, they've edited that out, and they're using that transfer for this DVD. So this is different from the 2005 version, the deluxe collector's edition version. It's a different version. And then you've seen this before. We bought a zoo. Sometimes they added special gift inside the package, like this one. We bought a zoo. It looks like book, but inside there's another little book, a booklet. There you go. That's the actual disc, and we got this little book. It's glued to the package, and if you open, it's actually pictures or photographs of the cast. You can see, there you go. That's Matt Damon, and then Scarlett Johansson. So basically photographs of these two main characters. There you go. It's a special treat. Now, let's move to the next one. I have The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorns. I had it inside of plastic, but inside I still keep the actual ticket from the movie theaters when I saw this with my friends back in 2011. And then I have Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. This was a very a very famous movie back then for people at my age at the time, especially for the young girls back then. So back in the day in 2011, if I wanted to To say something with the girls, I sometimes talk about Justin Bieber, so just they, I have something to discuss with them. And then I have Hugo, the movie by Martin Scorsese. That's designed for the spine, and that is the design for the back. And then I have Star Trek Into Darkness, another problem because the um, the first movie is in standard package, and this is in F4 deluxe package. And then move next, I have Cowboys and Aliens. I think this was pretty entertaining, though this is not as good as I thought back then, but it's still very entertaining. That's the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. And then move next is Rango with Johnny Depp. This is in F4 standard. There you go. That's the design for the back. Move next, I have Little Fuckers. That's the design for the front cover. That's the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. And then I have something that I actually do not understand. I don't get the point of this movie. Cirque du Soleil Worlds Away. It's beautiful at times, but I still think if you want to experience something like this, you just go watch the show there. But I don't know. People have different opinions about this movie, and I respect that. And then move to the next one. I have Forrest Gump. This is the special collector's edition, so 2-disc edition. And then I have Man of the House. This is quite special because this particular one is a video CD, so they're normally just, it's the F-board was normally reserved for DVDs, but this is a special case. They have this on video CD, but I do not know the consideration. What did they think about, putting this in F-board package? So I don't know what's going on in behind the scenes of the distributor, why they considering this for an F-board release. But this is actually a video CD, but I can put it alongside with other DVDs, the F-board DVDs. And then this is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the 2-disc special edition. That's the design for the front cover. That's the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. Move next, I have the Karate Kid, the 2010 version with Jackie Chan. This is designed for the front cover. That's the design for the spine, and that is the design for the back. And then I have the Hangover Part 3, another problem. The first two Hangover, they released on standard DVD package. Only Part 3 was ever released in F-board package. There you go. It's F-board standard. Move next is Jack the Giant Slayer. That's the design for the front cover. That's the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. Move next, I have Scooby-Doo Mask of the Blue Falcon. That's the design for the front cover. That's the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. Move next, just make it quick. I have Godzilla, the first one, the 2014 Godzilla, Legendary Godzilla. This is in F-board Deluxe. That's the design for the front cover. That's the design for the spine. And that is the design for the back. This one has, I think, a very, very good package design. The cover looks amazing, I think. And then move to the next one. I have the Lego Movie, the first one. I think it was released in 2014. This is in F-board Deluxe as well. And move to the next one. I have 300 Rise of an Empire. And then move to the next one. The last one in this row is Game of Thrones, the complete second season. I only have the second season in this kind of package. As you can see, it looks pretty much like a book. And if you open, it's like, when you're opening a book like that. That's the discs inside. There you go. Now, let's move to the next one. So I have the rest of the F-board there. I'm already prepared this especially for you. Most of them, they're in F-board standard. So just let's move to the next one. Make it quick. You've seen this before, The Howling Reborn on F-board standard. That's the design for the back. This is also quite entertaining movie, and the special effects, I mean the costumes, I really like the costumes in this movie. And then move to the next one. It's The Tree of Life. It's a beautiful film, wonderful movie. That's the design for the front cover. That is the design for the back. Move to the next one. I have Dream House. That's the design for the front cover. That is the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. Move next. I have The Thing. This is the 2011 movie The Thing, the prequel to the classic. This is the design for the front cover. That is the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. Move next. I have The Iron Lady. That's Meryl Streep. That's the design for the front cover. That's the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. Move next. I have Shock Knight. That's the design for the front cover. That's the spine, and that is the design for the back. And then I have The Hobbit. Another problem. They only released the first Hobbit in this kind of package. That's the first one, An Unexpected Journey, and they never released Lord of the Rings in the same package in F-board, so it's another problem for collectors. That's the design for the front cover, that's the design for the spine, and that is the design for the back. Move next is a great film, classic, Men in Black, the first movie. Again, another problem. They only released the first movie in F-board and the second and third in standard DVD package. Move next is Gambit. That's the design for the front cover, that's the design for the spine, and that is the design for the back. And then I have A Monster in Paris, a very entertaining movie. I like the songs from this movie. That's the design for the front cover, the design for the spine, and that is the design for the back. Move next, I have Beautiful Creatures. That's the design for the front cover. That is the design for the spine, and that is the design for the back. And then I have The Raven. That's the design for the front cover, the spine, and the back. And then I have Cloud Atlas. That's the design for the front cover, the design for the spine, and that's the design for the back. Move, I got Ender's Game. That's the front cover, the spine, and then the back cover. Move next, I have Australia. That's the design for the front cover. There you go. That's the spine, and then that's the design for the back. Move next, I have Celine Dion, the Taking Chances World Tour special package, the Through the Eyes of the World, bundled with the concert in Boston. This is my favorite documentary of Celine Dion. That's the design for the front cover, the spine, and that is the design for the back. Move next, I got another Titanic. This is different from the previous one. This is actually the deluxe collector's edition, so it's different from the newer edition, the 2012 edition. That's the design for the front cover, that's the design for the spine, and that is the design for the back. I talked extensively about Titanic DVD in a different video that I've already uploaded on YouTube. Move next is another special treat because this is not a DVD nor a video CD, this is a CD. A standard CD from One Direction, but in an F-board. Actually, they got like this is a booklet notes from the member of the boy band, but I put it inside of plastic, so I don't want to open that. It's going to take a lot of time, so let's just move on to the next one, the last two. This one is Great Migrations from National Geographic. I really like this kind of design because it really looks like a book. Really, if you put it there alongside with your books, people won't notice. They just think that this is basically a book until they take it and open that's inside actually a bunch of DVDs, which is very neat. Move next is the last one in this F-board collection. I have Mega Factories, Rolls-Royce, and Maserati. That's the design for the front cover, that's the design for the spine, and that is the design for the back. You want to see what's going on inside? There you go. I actually have more of A-board collections, but they're bundled within a gift set or another slipcover, so I do not include them in this video. So that's all that I wanted to share with you at this moment. If you're still watching, I'm going to say thank you very much and goodbye.